afternoon. And maybe first to all of you who aren't fortunate to be in the room, it's really a great atmosphere already, so I think this bodes for some very great days together ahead. But let me start by saying dear Rawan and dear ARIJ team, and hello to all participants and partners and friends who are here, physically and virtually. And I would like to start by thanking Shreen's brother for being here with us, and also to express my deepest condolences to you and to your family. So thank you for that. And this is the third time for me to be here at this forum. And as I've said before, I'm always sincerely humble and very honored to be amongst you. Over the past 15 years, I've witnessed this forum grow bigger and more dynamic and more relevant, despite so many obstacles. And for that, I want to acknowledge the hard work of Rawan and the team, but also to all of you who are here today and in the past years to make this forum into what it is today. And this year's theme of defending independent media is unfortunately just too accurately reflecting the challenges facing journalists and media today. The theme reminds us, first of all, of the importance of truth and objectivity in journalism, not least as a counterweight to those who want to instrumentalize and distort information to serve their own interest. The theme also asks us something, to all of us, and that is to stand up and to defend independent media. And here, we all have different roles to play. So as a Swedish ambassador, my role is to carry out a foreign policy that has protection of human rights as a cornerstone, and where standing up for independent media is a fundamental democratic principle. And it is absolutely crucial for transparency and accountability. And independence, of course, requires freedom, freedom of expression, freedom from oppression, and freedom of assembly, just to mention a few human rights relevant to this year's theme. And these are international, national, local, and individual issues. We see, however, the high price being paid by those who fight for these rights. Also, journalists and media workers striving to give those pictures, those stories to all of us of what is really happening, and we've seen many examples already here today. For doing your job, you often face threats and violence in all forms, physical, digital, mental, and legal, and in some tragic cases, it has even more serious consequences. In the UNESCO report, Journalism is a Public Good, it points out that these trends unfortunately continue, and journalism remains a deadly profession for some. UNESCO has also recorded a global impunity rate for almost 90% for the killing of journalists, and journalism imprisonment is at a record high. And UNESCO states that these are threats that silence. And unfortunately, women journalists are even harder hit. 73% of women journalists responding to a recent survey had experienced online violence in the course of their work. And this is simply not acceptable. So working with safety and protection for journalists is as crucial as supporting journalists, not the least for those covering conflict situations. So all of this as a backdrop, just to say why we are proud to have been a partner to ARIJ ever since the beginning. It is important for Sweden to lend our support to you, to all of you, and your crucial work. And we are many that see and appreciate and support your work. And it is not by coincidence that I'm here today together with my colleagues from Norway, from the Netherlands, from Ireland, and from the European Union. So let me end by just very humbly acknowledging your professionalism, your professional achievements, and thanking you for your courageous and very inspiring work. And I wish you great days ahead, and thank you for having me with you again. So thank you.